the philosophy behind humans' clothing before civilization. Before civilizations emerged, the human natural motive to get clothed was primarily driven by the need for protection and survival in various environments. Here are some key factors. 1. Protection from the elements. Early humans inhabited diverse environments with fluctuating temperatures and weather conditions. Clothing provided essential protection against cold temperatures, excessive heat, wind and rain, helping to regulate body temperature and prevent hypothermia or heat stroke. 2. Safety from physical hazards. Clothing served as a barrier against physical hazards such as rough terrain, sharp objects, and insect bites. It helped to reduce injuries and abrasions, enabling early humans to navigate their surroundings more safely. 3. Camouflage and hunting. Clothing made from natural materials like animal hides or plant fibers could aid in camouflage during hunting or gathering activities. This allowed early humans to blend into their surroundings and approach prey more stealthily, increasing their chances of success in hunting. 4. Cultural and social significance. Even before the development of complex civilizations, clothing likely held cultural and social significance. Decorative elements such as body paint, feathers, or ornaments may have been used for self-expression, group identification, or ritualistic purposes, fostering social cohesion and identity within communities. 5. Status and display. In some cases, clothing may have been used to signal status, leadership, or authority within early human groups. Certain individuals may have worn distinctive clothing or adornments to signify their role within the community or to display their wealth and resources. Overall, the natural motive to get clothed before civilizations was deeply rooted in the practical need for protection, safety, and survival, as well as cultural, social, and possibly even symbolic considerations within early human groups. Nowadays, the philosophy behind humans clothing themselves encompasses various aspects, including practicality, cultural expression, social identity, and personal comfort. 1. Practicality. Clothing serves the fundamental purpose of providing protection and warmth against the elements. It shields the body from extreme temperatures, sunlight, wind, and rain, enhancing human survival in diverse environments. 2. Cultural expression. Clothing reflects cultural values, traditions, and norms. Different cultures have distinct styles of dress that convey identity, status, and belonging. Traditional garments often carry symbolic meanings and are worn during rituals, ceremonies, and celebrations. 3. Social identity. Clothing plays a significant role in shaping social identity and individuality. It can signal affiliation with specific groups, such as religious communities, ethnicities, or social classes. Clothing choices can reflect personal preferences, attitudes, and values, allowing individuals to express themselves and assert their identity. 4. Fashion and trends. Fashion reflects changing aesthetic preferences and trends in society. Clothing styles evolve over time, influenced by factors such as technological advancements, globalization, and cultural exchange. Fashion serves as a form of creative expression and self-presentation, allowing individuals to experiment with different looks and styles. 5. Psychological comfort. Clothing can contribute to psychological well-being by enhancing self-confidence, body image, and overall comfort. Wearing clothing that fits well and reflects personal style can boost self-esteem and foster a sense of empowerment. In essence, the philosophy behind humans clothing themselves encompasses a combination of practical, cultural, social, and personal factors, highlighting the multifaceted nature of clothing in human life and society. Please notice that 3 main reasons disappeared, which are 1. Protection from the elements. 2. Safety from physical hazards. 3. Camouflage and hunting. Please keep in mind that the laws of evolution, the less fit are eliminated, the fittest survive. According to the United Nations, approximately 3.5 million people die each year due to inadequate water supply, sanitation, and hygiene. They couldn't fit. To read the full article, here is the link, and you will find it on description. According to European Parliament, textile production is estimated to be responsible for about 20% of global clean water pollution from dyeing and finishing products. A single laundry load of polyester clothes can discharge 700,000 microplastic fibers that can end up in the food chain. To read the full article, here is the link, and you will find it on description. Impact of textile dyeing and printing. The severe impact of textile dyeing and printing waste on the environment does pose a challenge to the traditional philosophy behind human clothing. While clothing historically served essential functions related to protection, survival, and social expression, the environmental consequences of modern textile production raise ethical and sustainability concerns that contradict these principles. Here's how. 1. Protection and survival. While clothing continues to provide physical protection and comfort, the environmental degradation caused by textile dyeing and printing waste threatens the very ecosystems that sustain human life. Pollution of waterways, soil contamination, and resource depletion associated with textile production undermine the long-term viability of these natural systems, ultimately compromising human well-being and survival. 2. Social expression and identity. Clothing has long been used as a form of cultural expression and identity. However, the environmental impacts of textile production challenge the ethical implications of fashion consumption. As consumers become more aware of the environmental and social costs of fast fashion and textile waste, there is a growing movement towards sustainable and ethical clothing choices that prioritize environmental stewardship and social responsibility. 3. Resource consumption and waste. The philosophy behind human clothing historically emphasized the efficient use of natural resources and materials. However, modern textile production is characterized by high resource consumption, including water, energy, and chemicals, as well as significant waste generation. This contradicts the principles of sustainability and responsible resource management inherent in traditional clothing practices. In summary, while the philosophy behind human clothing has traditionally focused on protection, expression, and resource efficiency, the environmental impact of modern textile production challenges these principles. To reconcile these contradictions, there is a growing need for innovation, sustainable practices, and consumer awareness to promote clothing that aligns with ethical and environmental values. Let's ask ourselves this question. In nature, what color is the most warning to prey? What color is most attractive to a predator? In nature, bright and conspicuous colors such as red, orange, and yellow are often associated with warning signals to prey. These colors signal danger or toxicity, serving as a visual deterrent to potential predators. This phenomenon is known as aposematism, where prey animals advertise their unpalatability or defensive capabilities through coloration. Conversely, predators are often attracted to colors that help them blend into their surroundings or provide camouflage for hunting. Earthy tones such as brown, gray, and green are common among predators, allowing them to conceal themselves and approach prey unnoticed. This camouflage helps predators remain undetected while stalking or ambushing their quarry. It's important to note that these color associations can vary across different species and environments, as natural selection shapes the visual signals and adaptations of both predators and prey in response to their specific ecological niches and evolutionary pressures. Let's imagine that the prey and predator have the capacity to change their color and prey chooses colors that makes them easily recognized and attracted by the predators, and predator chooses colors that makes them easily recognized, what will be the consequences? If both prey and predators were to deliberately choose colors that make them easily recognized by each other, it could lead to significant ecological consequences, including 1. Increased predation. Prey animals that deliberately choose conspicuous colors may inadvertently attract more predators, making them more vulnerable to predation. This could result in higher rates of predation and population decline among prey species. 2. Disruption of predator-prey dynamics. Deliberately choosing recognizable colors could disrupt the natural balance between predators and prey. If predators can easily locate and capture prey, it may lead to a decrease in predator populations due to overconsumption of prey resources. Conversely, if prey populations decline, predators may face food shortages and population declines as well. 3. Evolutionary pressures. Over time, the deliberate selection of conspicuous colors by both predators and prey could exert strong evolutionary pressures on both populations. Prey species may evolve defensive mechanisms to compensate for increased predation risk, such as developing toxins or evolving faster running speeds. Predators, in turn, may evolve more efficient hunting strategies or alternative prey preferences to adapt to changes in prey coloration. 4. Cascading effects on ecosystems. Changes in predator-prey dynamics can have cascading effects throughout entire ecosystems. Population fluctuations in one species can impact the abundance and distribution of other species within the food web, leading to complex ecological interactions and potential shifts in community structure. Overall, deliberate selection of easily recognizable colors by both predators and prey could disrupt natural ecological processes and lead to widespread consequences for biodiversity, ecosystem functioning, and evolutionary trajectories. Conclusion and comment. From my professional perspective, as a textile wet processing expert and a proponent of water and environmental conservation, it is evident that persisting with traditional methods of textile dyeing and printing solely to meet fashion demands, without considering the fundamental purpose of clothing to adapt and survive within nature, poses significant ecological risks. In this case, we look like prey and predator, choosing the wrong way of coloring themselves. In the face of other polluting industries and climate change, such practices resemble the behaviors of prey and predators selecting attractive colors for fashion, disregarding the primary evolutionary purpose of coloration for survival. This approach accelerates the disruption of natural ecological processes, leading to far-reaching consequences for biodiversity, ecosystem stability, and evolutionary pathways. Ultimately, such actions may trigger a natural reformation with destructive implications, potentially beyond our ability to mitigate, resulting in significant population losses. When considering the collective impact of various polluting industries, climate change, and other environmental stressors, the analogy of a time tsunami becomes more apparent. Just as a tsunami is characterized by a sudden and overwhelming force, a time tsunami describes the cumulative and accelerating effects of human activities on the environment over time. This concept emphasizes the interconnectedness of various environmental stressors and their compounding impacts on ecosystems, biodiversity, and human well-being. Like a tsunami, the time tsunami represents a powerful and destructive force that can reshape landscapes, alter ecosystems, and threaten the stability of natural systems. The strength of this metaphor lies in its ability to convey the urgency and magnitude of the environmental challenges we face. By recognizing the interconnected nature of environmental issues and their cumulative effects, we can better understand the need for collective action to address root causes and mitigate the impacts of human activities on the planet. In summary, the time tsunami analogy underscores the critical importance of addressing environmental degradation, pollution, and climate change to safeguard the health and resilience of our planet for future generations.